My name is James Quintel, the Fighting Cowboy, and you're watching my manager and the host of the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show. Forget about it.
Hi, this is Ray Boom Boom Mancini, and you're listening in to the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show. Now, Brad's told me he's won many accolades for this interview show. I haven't seen any. And he's told me he's world-renowned for his interview style, his charming personality. I doubt that. And he told me he can get anybody on his show because everybody wants to do it. I don't. So, Brad, at this point, this is where you want me to say your stupid line, right? But I'm not going to say it. I keep telling you I'm not going to say it. So, until then, listen in to the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show. And Brad, do the right thing. Just do the right thing.
I'm John Ruiz, two-time WBA heavyweight champion of the world, and you're watching my man, Bad Brad Berkwitt Show. Forget about it.
This is Sugar Ray Seals, 1972 Olympic gold medalist. You're watching the Bad Brad Show. Forget about it.
This is Craig Houck, CEO of the Indiana Boxing Hall of Fame. You're watching Bad Brad's interview show. Forget about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know him as the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. You know him for his catchphrase, forget about it. You know him as the author of the world-renowned book, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime. You know his snazz, you know his jazz, you know him for all that pizzazz. When it comes to boxing commentary, he does the most. Without further ado, here's your host of the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show, Bad Brad Berkwitt.
How did all these people get in my room? Hey folks, we're now back with another episode of the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show. Now I want to say big shout out yesterday to Craig Houck and Sugar Ray Seals. Sugar Ray, I still hear you in the background because when I was interviewing Craig, you were talking and talking and talking. But we love you and it was fun. You want to check out his show, and Sugar Ray's show will be up a little later today. Now, I'm going to give you a disclaimer here. Santino, you probably hear the tip, 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 tip. His union representative called me and said that he said he's not getting enough treats on the set, and he demanded that he must be on the set at all times because he's the head of security. So if he starts barking, that's not someone in the background, that is Santino barking that he wants some more treats, all right? But with that said, forget about it. Make sure that you subscribe to the Ringside Report web TV channel. I greatly appreciate all the new subscribers. Now, I got a special guest that doesn't always do interviews, but he came out here from Chicago to do one with me, and I greatly appreciate it. He's the former USBA and the former WBC, for you young guys that don't know what that means, World Boxing Council, Cruiserweight champion of the world. I always say there's 4 legit belts, even though I don't like the way they do things today, but they're still legit belts. World Boxing Council, World Boxing Association, World Boxing Organization, and the IBF, International Boxing Federation. IBF. Those are your 4 legit ones. No, I don't like how they have 18 champions now, which they didn't have in this gentleman's day. But those are the 4 legit belts, and this gentleman won one of them. With that said, I want to welcome him to the show, Alfonzo Ratliff.
Thank you, Bad Brad. I appreciate being here.
What's up, my man?
Everything's great.
Now, like I told Sugar Ray Seals yesterday, I don't want to call you old, but you're old. Let me tell you why. Because I was a young teenager watching you fight on NBC. Wow. And the different channels back in the day.
Wow.
I've watched you 30 plus years ago, and I was a teenager. And you were a hell of a fighter in your day. I appreciate you coming out. We're going to talk some boxing today. We're going to talk about life. We're going to have some fun questions. No right or wrong answers. Whatever comes in your mind, that's what I want you to say.
Thank you.
Because it's about you today. Now I'm going to read a quote that I got about you from somebody from Chicago, and I want to see if you can tell me who said this. You ready?
Shoot.
Around town, Alfonzo had a big reputation, but once you saw him fight, he was way better. The reputation didn't do him justice. He got justice in the ring. Great fighter who made the most out of his opportunities. That's why they called him the champ. Take a guess who said that about you.
Sounds something like James Quick Tillis.
No, oh, we gotta shut that off. See, this is reality TV, so put that, yep, we gotta put that on vibrate. That's okay, we're gonna still shoot.
Okay.
Not James Quick Tillis. I'll tell you who it is. I'll give you his initials. BH. He's a big time promoter in this area.
Bernard Hopkins?
Nope, Bobby Hits.
Bobby Hits.
Bobby Hits said that about you.
Yeah.
Bobby
yeah.
Hits said that about
Bobby,
you.
right.
Yep.
Bobby Hits.
Yep.
Yeah, he fought Craig Bojanowski
He
too.
fought Craig Bojanowski too. Yep, Bobby said that about you. Now,
Thank you.
looking at your record, it looked like you retired about 1989, is that right? Or thereabouts?
Well, I don't, I never kept up with the dates
Okay.
or the fighters,
Okay.
who I fought.
Okay.
I just stayed ready.
I'm gonna remind you of a couple, and I know where to come back to you because I call you when I'm riding my bike and you remember all that stuff. So we're gonna hit those memories and we're gonna talk about them.
Okay.
Let's start out like this. Let's go way, way back. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mississippi in Memphis.
Okay.
I was born in Memphis.
Memphis, Tennessee, home of
Memphis,
Elvis
Tennessee.
Presley.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You ever been to Graceland?
That's in Graceland. It's not in Memphis. It's let me see.
I think it is. I think it is in Memphis. I could be wrong, but I think it's in Memphis.
Well,
I know he's originally from Tupelo, Mississippi. That's
Yeah,
where he
he's
was
from
born.
Tupelo.
But I think Graceland is in Memphis.
Yeah, I think
I think
you're
it's.
right.
Have you ever went to the mansion? Or you never went?
Yes, I've been
You
by
been?
there.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
All right. Now, how long did you live in Mississippi?
Quite a few years. Brad, I've never been the type of guy that keep up with years and time
Okay.
and things like
Okay.
that. I just don't.
How did you wind up in Illinois?
Well, we moved here
Okay.
when I was young. I think I was about 12, 13 years old when I moved here.
Okay.
Right. And,
When you were young, what was it that made you want to get into boxing?
well, we go a long way back, Brad. It was a time when I lived with my grandparents, and they was farmers, and they didn't have a television. They had a radio, and I used to listen to different fights that was on the radio, like Rocky Marciano and Rocky Graziano and Jake LaMotta,
Okay.
Sugar Ray Robinson, and it used to fascinate me so much. I wanted to be just like them.
Okay.
And so it was a dream of mine, the seed that I planted to be a champ one day. So that's how
That's where it started.
Started out in dream.
Reminds me, because I know how fond you are of Quick Tillis, and Quick is like family to me. We go back 39 years.
Oh yeah.
And Quick said his mother, Mama Tillis, was watching Cassius Clay then fighting Sonny Liston. And Quick ran in there, and I'm going to say this just like it really should be told, this story. Quick ran in the house and said, Mama, I want to be like Cassius Clay. And his mother said, and his mother could curse. Now, Mama Tillis could curse. She said, son, you can be anything you want to be, but right now, you're going to sit down and shut the fuck up because you're watching this show. You're watching this fight. He always cuts out the F word part, but that's exactly what Mama Tillis said. And he was watching that fight. Okay. I know about your amateur boxing career, but if you would talk about it for the younger viewers, tell me something about, because I know you had a great amateur boxing career. Let's talk about that.
Well, every amateur championship that I fought in, I won.
Okay.
And it was the national, the Golden Gloves, the regionals, the AAU, the Park District, the CYO. I fought many more championships too, but I never kept up with what I win. I just always be ready to fight.
Okay.
Right.
You turned pro, from what I saw, I know you said you're not that great with dates, but that's okay, about 1980. And with that said, that was a magical time in boxing. And that's, I started watching in 75, but 80, you had such great depth. Anybody, like the old saying goes, I know you fought cruiser, I know you fought heavy, but as a pro, but they always said anybody in those top 10 rankings could be a champion on any given day. There was so much talent, and you guys had so many great fighters back then. But from your opinion, why were the 80s so special, where you don't see the depth of talent? You have some good fighters, but you just don't see that depth of talent in boxing today. Why was it special in your day?
Well, for one thing, it was a great opportunity to have a chance, because you had guys like Ali, George Foreman, Sugar Ray, Robinson, and different guys that, you know, these was guys that was great guys. They was warriors,
Right.
gladiators. And so if there's anything that you want to be, you want to always be able to protect yourself and become a world's champion. So it's always just been my dream to be a champion.
Okay. Now, as far as the 80s, because those are great fighters, and you would want to emulate those fighters because they're all, you just named some great legends actually. But as far as just the 80s, just the 1980s, the time frame when you turned pro, because we're going to talk about when you won the title, you won in 85. But why do you think the 80s was so special for boxing?
Well,
just the 80s.
Personally, my opinion is that Ali did a lot of great things for fighting.
Okay.
And one particular time I remember Ali when he used to be at Latiz on 79th and Drexel, right there on the corner there. And the lady that owned that place is the first house my mom bought. She bought from the lady that owned that place. And I remember seeing Ali many times. Matter of fact, we became friends. And Ali was everybody's friend. He was the type of person he would take you out to breakfast, you eat with him, and you'd be over at the park running Washington Park.
And no bodyguards, right? He would travel alone.
No
bodyguards. He didn't need bodyguards.
But he had the Almighty.
Right. But people forget that.
Yes.
Because I've seen videos of him, and everybody says no bodyguards. Like when you see Floyd Mayweather, he's got guys that are to the ceiling around him.
Right.
Ali didn't walk with no bodyguards.
No bodyguard.
And you had everybody, white, black, old, young, come up to him. They worshipped him. They worshipped him. Okay. Going from the amateurs to the professional ranks. What was he? There's Santino with the tip. Let's see what he's going to do. Going from the amateur ranks to the professional ranks. For you, what was the biggest thing that you were happy to be a pro and you're amateur, you didn't have to deal with no more?
Well, it never was a different to me when it come out of amateur or pro.
Okay. So not losing the headgear or anything like that? No, you were cool? You were all right with that?
With everything. Any way they brought it to me, I was always ready for it.
Okay.
And I was fighting at a disadvantage anyway, and the world never knew that I was a
handicapped
fighter.
We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, absolutely. Okay. On June 6th, 1985, you reached the mountaintop.
Okay.
You win the WBC Cruiserweight champion against Carlos Sugar. See, I remember the nicknames.
Yeah.
Sugar De Leon.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's was he from Puerto Rico?
He's from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Right.
You win it. They raise your hand. And the new. What was it like to hear? And the new WBC Cruiserweight champion of the world.
It felt good, but it wasn't my dream. My dream was to become the heavyweight champion of the world. That's what was my dream.
Okay.
Right. So it felt good because it was an achievement, but it wasn't what I was working for. And I came so close many times before, but I was satisfied with the Cruiserweight Championship. I was satisfied with it.
Okay. And you also won the USBA as well.
Yes,
USBA. Yeah. And I was talking yesterday with Sugar Ray Seals. Sugar Ray, he's the only boxer to win gold in the '72 Olympics, Munich, Germany, when they had the tragedy when they killed the people, some of the athletes there.
Right.
And he was a USBA and NABF. And I said, back in those days, in your guys' days, that title meant something. Usually that was a stepping stone, usually.
Right. That's true.
Today you have so many titles that, tomorrow to make up a title, they call it the BS bullshit.
Right.
Title. And they fight for it as long as they get them sanctioning fees. But I want to address something that you talked about because we talked about it before. If you didn't know, I ride my bike twice a day, and a lot of times in the morning time, folks, I'll call Fonz up and we'll be talking for 30, 45 minutes. It don't even seem like it, but he gets me through my 4 laps because he can talk and I can talk. And we're talking about old times. What I like to talk about now is the injury that you had that a lot of people did not know about. So tell them about, I know the story about your arm, but go ahead and tell the story.
Well, I was always a handicapped fighter, but I never bragged about it. I didn't want nobody to think that, I wanted to be noticed. But I fought with one hand because I got stabbed when I was 18 years old. And I fought the likes of Mike Tyson, Pickman, Thomas, Tim, Witherspoon. Anybody that I signed a contract with, I fought. And I fought even at times when I was cut over the eye, I got hurt in the fight. If I signed a contract, I fulfilled my contract. And I look at that as being a true professional. But at times, when people look at the money part of it, I don't look at the money part. I look at the part is that when you sign your name on a piece of paper, you're held to what you signed to. So that's what I did.
And then tell them, because you got stabbed in your upper period, and what it did to your hand. Right, that's from the stabbing in the hand?
Yeah, well, most of the time I try not to think about it. It hurts me all the time because I've been having this like this since I was 18 years old. And it was going to amputate my arm, and I told him, I said, no, you're not. I said, I was born with it, and I'm going to die with it. So in a way, it was the faith in the love of Christ that helped me fulfill my dream, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I feel that I did okay.
No, you did better than okay.
Oh, well.
Give yourself more credit.
I don't
You were a world champion. You made it to the top. Now you're modest. Don't be modest. This is the one time that it's about you. I'm not going to let you be modest. You got a legitimate world championship.
Yeah.
So that's more than most did. Look, Quick fought Mike Weaver, October 3rd, 1981 in Rosemont, Illinois.
Right.
Okay, and I know you love Quick. We'll talk about him a little bit. I tell him, no, you didn't win the heavyweight championship, Quick, but you still made it to the dance.
Yes, you did.
And that's more than a lot of people did. You won the belt.
Yes.
So you're too modest. Not on this show. You're not going to be modest today. You won the USBA, which is a legit United States Boxing Association title, and you won the WBC Cruiserweight title. And it might have been your dream to get a heavyweight title, but you did something and you're in the record books that'll be, when you go back, when we all go back home eventually, you're always going to be in the record books to be the WBC. I don't care how many times you defended it, it doesn't matter to me. You won a title that a lot of people haven't done. Now also, I'm going to let you tell something. Looking at his doggone hands, he told me this, folks, he forgot this part, but when I say it, he's going to laugh. He couldn't get his hands in boxing gloves because his hands are, put your hand out. Go like this. I want to hear it. Look at my hand. Put your hand over this. Look at the difference. Zoom in on that damn. Look at the difference. Look at that.
They didn't make gloves for him.
They don't make gloves for this.
Right. And I had to take a claw hand that they didn't make a glove for and fight with it.
And I don't know if when you were still fighting as a pro, because they did it because of Sugar Ray Leonard, where they made, it used to be the thumbs, because Larry Holmes liked to thumb people, you know that. And when the thumb was detachable, but now I believe that the thumb now is part of the, because you can't thumb somebody in the eye like you used to back in the day. But getting your thumb, that hand's been like that for all those years when you fought. Getting it in there, putting it in a glove must have hurt like heck.
You can't put it in. You can't put it in. You know, and no matter, the first punch I hit you with a right hand, my hand was hurt right then and now. It might have healed a little bit, but it's never been right because they wanted to cut the whole arm.
Right, right.
And Larry Holmes, that's one of the guys that I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight him so bad because his name Larry Holmes.
Big name.
And he's every bit of what they say.
He was a bad boy. He was champion for 8 years, 78 to 85.
Yes, he is. You know, I have a great respect for any fighter that get in that ring. Because by me being the type of professional that I am, I never try to hurt a fighter. But when you come in that bell ring, if you got hurt, you better have been in shape. But I was just trying to beat you.
Right.
And but I'll say this here about you, Brad. If I had a guy that had the knowledge and the heart that you got, and you was my manager, man, they didn't even tell me what we would have done.
We're taking over the world, right?
Ooh, my goodness.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. You just said about Larry Holmes. I'm going to throw a couple of names out at you.
Okay.
If you got recollections of the fight, cool. If you don't, we'll go to the next name.
Okay.
First one, Tim Witherspoon.
Tim Witherspoon. Tim was really the only fighter that really beat me. We was undefeated, and I wasn't a heavyweight, but they said it was a battle of unbeaten heavyweight. And the winner of the fight got a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Tim beat me, and in his next fight, he was the heavyweight champion of the world. Okay.
I know the story that you were cut and they covered it up, made it look like you weren't cut. Mm-hmm. When you fought Pinklin, they ratted out and they said you were cut, and Pinklin went after the cut when you fought him.
Right. Okay. Well, if you look at the fight good, and if you look at any fight of mine, you'll see why I never complained or I never talked bad or down to another fighter. But I got a fight. With the fight with Pinklin Thomas, I got a cut in the gym before the fight, a week before the fight. They butterflied it up, which it wasn't completely healed, and I fought Pinklin. When I fought him, all he did was thumb me for 8 rounds. I complained about it. If you see the fight, you'll see why I complained about it. And I never really been a complainer. I've always been a fighter. But I complained about it, and they warned him one time, and then I guess after he kept doing it and not being able to see the way he threw his jab, Because he did.
Because he come up with that jab.
Right, he come up. And I don't call him Pink Blonde, I call him Pink Thumb. Right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Somebody that looked like Muhammad Ali that you fought. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, my goodness. Do I know him?
You beat the heck out of him. By the way, you told me to watch that fight.
Yeah.
I've sent it to you. I found it on YouTube, and I
Right.
watched the whole fight.
Right.
And you beat the mess out of him. He
Yeah.
did good. Maybe the first round he did a little
Yes,
something.
yes.
But after that, you took him to school, Elijah Tillery.
Right.
Talk about that fight.
Still.
Talk about Elijah Tillery fight.
Well, for one thing, when I fought him, it was like looking across the ring at Muhammad Ali because, like, they actually look alike. And he was built, like built, and, you know, legs like a racehorse, and I could tell that he had good legs, and he was pretty fast, but he just didn't have that job. I wasn't going to let him take it home.
Okay.
The only way that he would have beat me that night is that he had to kill me.
Tell you. Well, you put a beating on him. It went the distance, but as you give boxing lesson.
Yeah, but it didn't go like it should have. When I did win, I wanted to knock him out.
Right.
But he was a tough man.
Tough guy.
Tough guy.
All right, let's talk about Iron Mike. Iron Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike.
Did he? Now, when I talk to Quick, I'm not going to use the adjectives that Quick uses because we got ladies in the room, even though I didn't throw the F-bomb out there. I had to tell her because Mama Tillis didn't say it. But Quick said, he don't hit hard. He don't hit hard. He don't hit hard. But honestly, did Mike hit hard?
Well, let me tell you, not with Quick. No, dude hit hard. If he hadn't, he'd never knock it out.
Okay.
If he hadn't hit me hard, he would never knock it out.
Because I rewatched the fight.
But I'm going to tell you something about Quick, though. With Quick, that was the first person, the first athlete that ever impressed me the way he did, besides Muhammad Ali. Because when he came to the gym, I was at Woodlawn Boys Club when Quick came to the city of Chicago.
Right, from Oklahoma.
And when he came to the gym, he always had nice, clean, pretty white shoes. He always had nice robes and nice trunks. And he would do that training.
I remember you telling me that.
And I said to myself, I'm going to be just like Quick. it was such a strange thing, though, because the guy, he was classic.
Right.
And he was a great guy to talk to, and he was a great guy to watch to learn from.
Well, let me ask you this, Bonds. Did he used to do the Dolomite stuff in the gym? Do you remember that? Because when he came, he used to do the Rudy Ray Moore, the comedian. He does all of that, the Signified Monkey. I mean, he remembers all of those lines. Like, look how you remember him. He remembered it all.
See, the thing with Quick, though, I'll tell you another thing that impressed me with Quick. Quick was business.
Was he?
And Quick had no fear.
Right, that I know.
Right, he had no fear.
Right.
He would fight anybody.
He sure did.
And matter of fact, I modified my fight style like his.
Okay.
Fight anybody, regardless if you're hurt or how many, who they are, or how big their record are, or where they come from. I fight. If I sign a contract to fight you, I'm gonna fight you.
Right.
Right.
And Quick was the same way.
Quick the same way.
Last one I want to ask you about, which I think, at least from the record I saw, was your last fight, possibly, was Leroy Murphy, who's from Chicago.
Leroy Murphy. Well, one thing was about Leroy Murphy and Mr. Strickland, if he's still living, they was very smart. They waited till I got a certain age, and it was the last fight of my career, and they took it on. But they had many times before for Leroy Murphy to fight me, and he didn't. But he beat me. And he beat me fair and square because he's a heavy puncher too. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I don't talk about no guy. If he hit hard, he hit hard. If he won, he won.
Right.
So he was the last guy to beat me, and he beat me fair and square.
Did you ever spar with Young Joe?
Ooh, Young Joe Lewis?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Young Joe Lewis.
Who got the best of the two?
Well, we come from the same gym.
Okay.
It wasn't no best because he liked to scrap and I like to scrap. He constantly coming at you, he didn't bag up. Wasn't no running. Young Joe did not run from no one.
That's what they said.
See, Didi Armour.
I didn't know the name.
Right, and Ed Woods.
Okay.
And Kit Carson. Okay. These was people that was in the gym, and as long as we was in there mixing it up, they didn't care. You know what I mean? As long as we didn't try to hurt each other and get to fighting after the sparring session and stuff, you know. Right. But we're good professionals, though. They understand that, hey, what you do is going to show in the fight.
Okay. If you had to think back on your career, your professional career, what's the best fight? Where do we see you the best? In which fight do you think, if you had to pick one?
My best fight was my amateur fight, and it was against Mitch Green.
Mitch Blood Green.
Right, Mitch Blood, because Mitch Green the inner city had beat Chicago so many times that Chicago was almost forgotten about. So anyway, when I floored Mitch Green, it was like the amphitheater was full at that time. People came out from New York on buses and stuff, and the amphitheater on Halsted there, 43rd and Halsted, it was it wasn't like the Coliseum and stuff now, but it helped quite a few people.
Okay.
And they had to turn people around because there was so many people. They come from New York and people come from Chicago. But we did it because they had us down. I think they had us 6-0. Then we started winning. John Collins.
Irish John
Collins. We put it to a point where it's that if Leroy Mitchell won, he tied it up. And Mitch Green and I had to break the tie.
Okay.
So that was the first time in a long time when New York got beat by Chicago.
So with that question about that's pro or amateur, do you think that was your best one?
That was my best one.
Mitch Green.
Right.
And I'm gonna throw a name out. You and I talked about him. I think he trained with you, Luke Capuano.
Luke Capuano. Well, hey, Luke. Everybody knows Luke. Luke was a knockout artist back in the days, and he was a guy to watch. And I learned quite a few things from him too.
Okay.
One thing that he never did do, I never seen him back up.
Okay.
Never.
And if I remember correctly, Fonz, you told me when Quick fought Dominic De Ayala, which was the fight that he had, I think he was from Argentina or somewhere like that, De Ayala, that got him the title shot against Weaver. Lukey fought Mike Rossman. He lost a close decision, but a lot of people thought Lukey won. And you said you fought an undercard too.
I fought an undercard.
You were on that card too.
I don't know exactly who I fought.
But you were on that. You were on that card.
I was on that card.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Luke, when he fought Rossman was at that particular at one time he was light heavyweight champion.
Right, he beat Victor Galindez.
Right, and this guy Domingo Diallo, the quick killer's fought.
Right,
he was a champion, I think.
Overseas, like Argentina or something like that. He was tough.
And it was good. It was a great fight.
Yeah, I have it. It's not on YouTube. I'm trying to find it.
Right.
You retired, like I said, in about '89 or thereabouts. Let's catch up now. What have you been up to since you retired from boxing? Because it's been about 30 years. What have you been doing?
Well, I at one time was working with the kids up in Harvey, and then the main guy, he died, and so the whole gym started breaking down, So right, but it was an indiscrepancy that happened in the gym because the kids, I would tell my wife that it would be certain fighters, young fighters, their birthday. It was their birthday, and she would go to the store and buy.
You were telling me that, yeah.
She would go to the store and buy things, and we'll stop all the training in the gym, and they'll just have parties, and they wouldn't work out. We'd do no sparring, no workout, just eat and have fun with each other, get to know each other.
And you also told me you used to work for Amtrak.
Oh, I did. I was.
Talk about that.
I was a mechanic for Amtrak. I worked for Amtrak. I worked for GlaxoSmithKline. I work for Berkwitt.
GlaxoSmith, the drug company?
That's the guy.
I was stuck in that company.
Presidential Island.
Okay.
In Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
Right.
And Amtrak mechanic, now what type of work did you do? I know you said
fixing trains.
Fixing trains?
Right, fixing repair trains.
Okay. All right. If you could change one thing in professional boxing, if you had the power, what would you change?
If I could change one thing in professional boxing, I don't see a thing that I could change. I could change about it.
Okay.
No, I don't.
All right, that's fine. With all of your success that you had, reaching the mountaintop, winning the WBC title, holding the USBA title, fighting some of the best out there and beating quite a few of them, what would your words of wisdom be to the young man or woman just turning professional from your experience? What would you tell them?
Make sure that if you have a coattail, the wrong person don't jump on it and you carry them along, because they'll get you just like they got me. And be true to the game, because if you don't, most of the guys that they won't be able to do interviews like I'm doing my interview, because they won't be able to talk, they won't have eyes to see, and they won't have teeth to chew food. And it's a sad thing that you could take guys, and I won't call in the names, that promote fights, and they promote fights like they're parasites. Got a lot of parasites out there in the boxing game. And I just said, be careful who you choose to be around you, or who's gonna cover your back. That's what I say.
Okay. And on that note, which was fantastic advice, we're going to take a short commercial break. Hey folks, this is the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkwitt. And I got an exciting opportunity for people that would like to sponsor the Bad Brad Berkwitt Show or advertise with me. If you're interested, call the Ringside Report office at 703-517-2155, or you can send me a business email to BBERKWITT, B Berkwitt, my last name of course, at AOL.com. And one more time, that phone number is 703-517-2155. Sponsors and advertisers, we're looking for you. All right? Forget about it. Hey folks, this is the man with the fedora, the pinky ring, and the New York thing. Forget about it. Bad Brad Berkwitt. And what do Gene Fulmer, Aaron Pryor, James Quick Tillis, Davey Pearl, Joey Bishop, Al Martino, Jerry Bale, and Roy Jones Jr. all have in common? Well, they are some of the many interviews in my boxing book, Boxing Interviews of a Lifetime. Now, if you would like to pick up a copy of this book, go to authorhouse.com. Again, that's authorhouse.com. And if you would like it personally autographed, all you have to do is pay postage and handling to St. John, Indiana, back to your location, and I will sign it the way you would like it, or I can put a personal description that I think you would like in it. All right? Forget about it. Hey folks, this is Bad Brad Berkwitt, and I'm the personal manager for James Quick Tillis. Now, a short little bio on him. On October 3rd, 1981, he faced Mike Weaver for Mike's WBA Heavyweight Championship of the World and went 15 rounds, dropped a close decision to him. Fast forward to May 3rd, 1986, when James Quick Tillis took on a then young Mike Tyson, who was 19-0 with 19 knockouts. Quick took him the distance, and he was the first man to do that, and he laid the blueprint that Buster Douglas would take 4 years later and wind up beating Iron Mike Tyson. Now, with that said, if you would like to book James Quick Tillis for personal autograph signings, TV, movie events, personal appearances, you can reach out to me at the Ringside Report office at 703-517-2155. Again, that's 703-517-2155. Or you can send me a business email to BBERKWITT, B Berkwitt at AOL.com. Again, I am the personal manager for James Quick Tillis, also known as the Fighting Cowboy. Forget about it. All right, folks, we're now back with the man himself, the former USBA and WBC Cruiserweight champion. Now, you saw earlier, I wouldn't let him be modest because this is all about telling his story. He's laughing over here. Now, Dad, we're going to embarrass him a little more. Zoom in on the big guns here. Talking about he's old. He may be old, but look at these doggone arms of his. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's a true heavyweight.
Yeah,
I'm a heavyweight now.
There you go. Talking about he's
that's
old.
Heavyweight.
I ain't messing with him, are you? All right, Fonz, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to throw out some questions. These are fun questions.
Okay.
No right or wrong answers. Whatever comes in your mind is the right answer for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, first one. Favorite fighter of all time? Who's your favorite?
Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Favorite fight of all time?
Wow. There's so many, of course. There was a whole lot of champions out there, like a Zuma Nelson.
Great fighter.
Oh man, Zuma Nelson, Salvador Sanchez.
And they fought.
Huh?
He beat Sanchez beat him, but that was a hell of a fight.
Ooh,
15 rounds.
Look, let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Look, them was warriors.
Sanchez, and he died in a car crash really in '82. Just
That was a sad thing.
oh, he was a legend. Great fighter. Okay. Favorite? I think I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask. Favorite boxing commentator?
Bad.
I was waiting for you to say Freddie Pacheco, but I'm gonna take it, folks. I'm gonna take it when you can get it.
Well, you know what? Freddie Pacheco was my guy, man.
Yeah, I know.
But Brad, you impressed me. I'm gonna tell you something.
Go ahead.
Normally, I don't do interviews. I don't.
Right, but I got you out.
Yeah, you did.
I got you out.
You got me out because the way you do it and your style.
I appreciate it.
Style,
I appreciate it. You know, and I try to tell young guys, I've been doing this a long time. You know, I've been doing the show about 5 years, and Debbie's behind the camera. She's equally, if there's no Debbie, there's no show. You know,
Right.
but I tell the young kids today, if you want to do this, realize something. The interviewee, meaning you, or whoever sits in that chair, it's about you. See, that's a lot of hosts, and I'm gonna throw some names out. They're not boxing guys, but I'm gonna say it because it's my truth. Some people agree with me, and some people won't. But I always liked Johnny Carson. I thought Johnny Carson was the man. When he had a guest on, and he knew they were funny, or they had a good story, he didn't interrupt them. He let them roll because he knew it was good ratings. He knew the crowd loved it, the audience. But then you got people like Jay Leno and other people that, especially when they're comedians, when that's what they do, they try to be funny when you're trying to tell a story. They got to one-up you. I don't believe in that. So this is all about it. So I appreciate your compliment, but I say this and I'll stand by it. It's all about you guys that come on, the ladies and the gentlemen, whether they're boxing or they're just in business or whoever it is that sits in that chair. It's your story. And yeah, I might look good, but I'm only looking good because I do try to ask good questions. I do my research, but I look better because of who sits in that chair. So I appreciate you just as much. That's why I'm saying you may be modest, but not today. Today it's about you.
Well, let me get clarity on this one. It's not a compliment. It sounds like a compliment to you, but it's not a compliment about you. It's the truth.
I appreciate that.
You know, but I say things that don't, not to try to impress people.
Right.
I tell the truth.
I do too.
Because you know, see, in order for me to be involved in anything, it have to touch me in a certain way. You know, because you know when you've been through what I've been through in my life, and some of the things that I come through,
right,
and I'm still here. It was a purpose for it, just like it's a purpose for you.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's a pleasure to be able to stand shoulder to shoulders, and it's a pleasure to be standing, just sitting right here in front of you, talking to you.
No,
it's a quick game, but it's true.
And I appreciate that. Favorite football team?
I've never been a football player because when I get on the football team, I hate to lose. I don't like playing teams.
If you don't have one, you don't have one. It's not the Bears?
No, no.
Nope. You're going to make some enemies on that one.
Hello. But it's just the truth, though.
Okay.
It's just the truth. You know, you got a lot of people that, you know, but, you know, I've never been the type of person to team things like with a group of people. Okay. It's never excited me. Nothing but basketball.
That's the next question.
Okay.
You reading my question? You don't have your glasses are over there. You cheating. I said it to Sugar Ray yesterday. He got me, beat me on the question.
Wow.
I think it's in the reflection of the picture. Favorite basketball team?
I don't have a favorite basketball team.
But you do like the sport?
I like basketball.
Okay. Okay. Favorite types of movies? If you had to watch movies, what do you like? You like westerns, action, comedies?
I really the news. I don't like movies. I like the news.
Like the news?
The
okay.
news.
Okay.
Right.
Favorite musical band?
I don't have one.
Don't have one?
Don't have a favorite.
Okay.
I like music.
You like music? Okay.
Right.
All right.
I like country and western.
Okay.
I like jazz. I like all music. I don't have any preference to. It's the same thing about food too. It's just a certain amount.
Now you're getting ahead of me now. That's another question. He's cheating, folks. He's looking at. Did you show him the questions? We're getting to that one too. You beat me to the questions.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. All right. You have a favorite concert that you ever saw?
No favorite.
No favorite. Okay.
No.
All right. I always say this is the man question.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite type of car? Did you have a car back in the day, or you a sports guy, luxury guy?
Never had a favorite car.
Never had a favorite car either. Okay. Favorite noise or sound you like to hear?
Bing! That bell ring.
There you go. Okay. Least favorite noise or sound?
Water dripping.
Water dripping?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. That drives me nuts too, especially when I'm trying to go to sleep. Okay. All right. I know you said you didn't have them. I'm still going to ask just in case. Do you have a favorite food?
Ginseng, yohimiri.
Okay. You trying to go healthy on me now, Fonz?
No, those are.
Don't have me ask the missus for healthy, but she says he don't eat none of that.
But I know it's not. I know it's not food though. I know it's not
It's
food.
more roots, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, but it give me energy. And then it helped me. I've been able to run out in the sun when it's 110 degrees and stuff like that. You know.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
If you were to hit the lottery tomorrow, what would you do?
I would want gyms all over the world. Boxing gyms all over the world.
Okay.
Because it helped me. Boxing helped me.
Okay. Favorite vacation destination? If you can go anywhere on vacation, where do you like to go?
Where I like to go? I like to go anywhere my wife would take me. Because anywhere she goes will be just like heaven.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay. That's because you want her to drive. That's because you want to ride back home. He wants to ride back home, folks, because I ain't taking her back. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
If you could meet any person, doesn't have to be a boxing person, or it could be, but it's your choice, of any person in history, who would you personally like to meet, and what would your first question be for?
Okay. Well, look back, it might sound strange to you, Brad. When I first saw you and what you did, I always wanted to meet you. And believe it or not, that's one of the reasons I agreed to come here and do the interview with you.
Okay.
I'm not.
So what's your question?
My question?
Put you on the spot.
Well,
now you're
Brad,
interviewing me.
you
Just give me
know,
notes.
okay, I'll tell you what my question is. You know what my question is?
Go ahead.
Where did you get this nice suit?
I had this custom made a couple years back.
I can see. I can tell.
A guy out of Thailand made it. Yeah.
Right, I can
Yeah,
tell.
the guy came to a house party, or it wasn't a house party as in dancing, but he came and he laid out all of his stuff, and you order it and you measure you up.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You don't see those type of suits.
Yeah.
Cause it's tapered. You can
Yeah,
tell. You can tell. You know what I mean?
Gotta be like that.
Right, oh, yeah.
It's like I like the French cuts. Yeah, you gotta be.
See, it's different when a guy got a suit on and his stomach is out,
Right.
and the suit goes. You know,
Goes there, or the sleeves are too long, or the
Yeah.
pants
Oh,
are too
you
long.
got it, right.
Like I tell Debbie all the time. Okay. With everything we discussed, we talked some boxing, we talked about some life, we talked about things that you enjoy.
Right.
If you had to sum yourself up, Fonz, as a human being, nothing to do with boxing,
Okay.
nothing to do with what you did outside of boxing,
Okay.
but you as a human being, how would you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as a defender, as a law person, and as a warrior. That's why I describe myself as a warrior.
Okay. And finally, the last question. If you have a saying, what is it that you live your life by?
If I have a saying,
Saying. Do you have a saying? Like some people live by sayings. If you have one, great. If you don't, you don't. But if you have one, let's hear it.
well, one of the things that I always try to do, I try to impress people with my action.
Okay.
Right.
So probably actions speak louder than words. That's a saying.
Actions speak louder than words.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is what I want you to do. I want you to look at Debbie and look in that camera, and I want you to send out a message to your family, your friends, and all the boxing fans that loved you when you were boxing. It's your platform. Whatever you say is what's going on that camera. Go for it.
I'd just like to thank you, Brad, for the opportunity that I have to come here in your home. Got a beautiful home. And you're a great person. And your wife, she's an angel. So I can tell you, Miss Berkwitt, put your wings back on. But anyway, I want to thank all my fans. I want to thank all my foes. Because you know, you got people that love you, you got people that hate you. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to say thanks for coming to my fights, thanks for believing in me. And God is good.
And to your family. Shoot something out to your family.
Oh, wow, my family.
All right. It's all right. Whatever you want to say, Fonz. If it's too tough, that's okay. But if you want to say something to your family, I want you to have the opportunity to say it. Too tough? All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize for nothing. You don't have to apologize for nothing. Just shake your hand. Come on. It's okay. It's okay. I got you. This is all about you. We're gonna end this. Let's end this on an upbeat note. Let's end this on an upbeat note. It's okay. There's nothing matter with emotions. There's nothing matter with emotions. You told me when I come to Chicago. What'd you tell me? What'd you tell Debbie and I? That you gonna take us to a barbecue place? Right?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry. But I want to end this on an F note, okay? It's okay. It's okay. This is reality, folks. This is called being a human being. So I'm not gonna cut because I want to close out. But it's okay. I'll give you a minute. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right. No problem. There you have it, folks. You asked me to get him on. We got him on. We're going to keep bringing you big names because that's what we do here. Okay? You saw some emotion, and that's okay too. Because we're all human beings. We're all God's children. Remember that. Remember that. So, I want you to, like I said, I want you to shake your hand. I'm with you, okay? I got your back, okay? All right. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this up. That's another show in the can. Forget about it. And as Frank Sinatra sang so eloquently, so long ago, the best is yet to come. Bad Brad out.